morning, this is Bob Mason from FX Empire, and welcome to the daily crypto tech review of Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple's XRP. Looking at the MACDs, the moving averages, and the day's support resistance pivot levels. It is Thursday, the 4th of February. Jumping straight into Bitcoin against the US dollar, looking at the hourly candlesticks, going to need to see Bitcoin avoid the pivot at 36,939 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 39,145. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Bitcoin to break out from this morning's high, 38,234, and through to 39,000 levels, however. So barring an extended crypto rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of a breakout, could see Bitcoin test its swing high 41,969 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 41,351. A fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level sitting at 36,200 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Bitcoin should stay clear of sub 35,000 levels. Second major support level sits at 34,732. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a widening of the bullish histograms after Bitcoin avoided a bearish cross late yesterday. That's supporting early upside. On the EMA, the 50 is also pulling away from the 100 and the 200, also giving a bullish signal. So key through the early part of the day, avoid the pivot at 36,939 and break out from the morning high 38,234 to bring resistance levels into play. Failures to do that and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Ethereum against the US dollar, it's also a bullish start. Going to need to see Ethereum avoid the pivot at 1617 to take a run at the first major resistance level, sitting at 1724. Going to need to see support from the broader market to break out from this morning's high, a new swing high, 1684.67. So barring an extended crypto rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Ethereum test resistance at 1800 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 1780. A fall through the pivot will bring the first major support level at 1561 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ethereum should avoid sub 1500s. Second major support level sits at 1454. Looking at the MACD, we've got a widening of the bullish histogram this morning, supporting this early upside. On the EMAs, the 50 is also pulling away from the 100 and the 200, signaling further upside through the morning. So keep through the early part of the day, avoid the pivot at 1617 and break back through to 1680 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failures to do that and support levels will be in play. Moving across to Litecoin against the US dollar, also bullish start. Going to need to see Litecoin avoid the pivot at 151.73 to take a run at the first major resistance level at 161.33. Going to need to see support from the broader market for Litecoin to break through to 160s, however. So barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of an extended rally, should see Litecoin test resistance at 170 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 166.47. Fall through the pivot would bring the 23.6% fib at 148 and the first major support level at 146.59 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Litecoin should stay clear of sub 145s. Second major support level sits at 136.99. Looking at the MACD, we've got a narrowing of the bearish histograms and a possible bullish cross formation there, so keep an eye on that. On the EMAs, the 50 has pulled away from the 100 and the 200, supporting the early morning upside. So key through the early part of the day, avoid the pivot at 151.73 and break through to 160s to bring resistance levels into play. Failures to do that and support levels will be in play. Finally, looking at Ripple's XRP against the US dollar, it's a bearish start to the day here. Going to need to see Ripple's XRP need to move back through the pivot at 0.3968 to bring the 38.2% fib at 0.4070 and the first major resistance level at 0.4202 into play. Barring an extended rally on the day, expect that first major resistance level to cap any upside. In the event of breakout, should see Ripple's XRP test resistance at 0.45 before any pullback. Second major resistance level sits at 0.4424. Failure to move back through the pivot would bring the first major support level sitting at 0.3746 into play. Barring an extended sell-off on the day, Ripple's XRP should stay clear of the 23.6% fib at 0.3172. Second major support level at 0.3512 should limit the downside. Looking at the MACDs, we've got a narrowing of the bullish histograms supporting this early morning pullback. We could see a bearish cross there. So need to keep an eye on that. On the EMAs, we've got the 50 closing in on the 100 and narrowing on the 200, and we could see a bearish cross the 50 through the 100, which would also lead to a pullback through the morning. So key through the early part of the day would be for Ripple's XRP to break back through the pivot at 0.3968 and back through to 0.40 levels to bring resistance levels into play. Failure to do that, and we will have support levels in play.